Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Craig with Talking Fish, bringing you another podcast. It's been a couple weeks. Maybe you're wondering what happened, where we've been, what we've been up to. I'll fill you in on all that. It's been kind of a hectic little 2 weeks spurt. Obviously, we did not record any podcast, but it was a nice break. I guess I probably would have rather been doing a podcast, but it's a much needed break. Had to tend to some family stuff, so just get everybody caught up. Missed 2 weeks in the podcast. There was a couple weather events, not as big as what we just had. Snowmageddon just hit, but before that, there's a few times, twice actually, that I was to meet somebody and film a podcast with them, and the weather just wouldn't cooperate. But fingers crossed that'll still happen. So yeah, that cut out a week because I was the weather hit again, and man, not going to be able to make it out there. It's kind of a drive. And the service isn't that great, so definitely one I want to do in person. Um, it'll be really neat when it comes together, and I believe it still will. And you'll see why I wanted to go to that person to do it. Um, but because of the weather, that fell through, and was 2 weeks in a row actually. One was weather related, and one was the guest come down sick, which I know a lot of people have been doing this time of year. And so I didn't have anything really lined up or ready to go, and I didn't want to just get on here and without a plan and talk nonsense, I guess. So week one, um, things, life happened, and didn't do a podcast because I didn't want to just put out. I want to put a podcast out just to put something out. So I opted not to do that, and then last week, trying to think here, get my days are confused. Um, so my wife's grandmother passed away, and she lived in Kansas. Amazing woman. They don't make them like that anymore. I know a lot of people say that, but she was definitely a salt of the earth type of woman. Wow, can't say enough nice things about her. Definitely will miss the homemade bread that she would make a few times a week. It's one of the best parts of going out there. So anyhow, that happened, and so yeah, we had to head out to Kansas for a funeral and just be there for family. And all things considered, that's never a good time or excuse to meet up with family, I guess. But it was a good visit. I love Kansas. It's so beautiful. It's a sportsman's paradise. There's just I don't think I could live in Kansas because I don't think I'd be able to hold down a job. There's just so much outdoor opportunities between fishing and hunting and all that. I mean, it's every time I go there, which a few times I've been, it's just man, it's so amazing to me. The West, I guess, is it's the beginning of the West, but anyhow, so yeah, that was the second week. Went out to Kansas to be with my wife and her family, and all things considered, had a decent trip. We made the best of it. So yeah, that brings us get back to Ohio. Late last week, we got back to Ohio, and hang on one second. Make sure this didn't just cut out on me. I lost my screen. Cool. Got it back. All right. Hopefully this is still going on. But yeah, so we got back in Ohio later last week, and the ice was ready to go. So we got some ice fishing in. I'll get to that in a second. an unplanned purchase right before we went to Kansas is I'm now a proud owner of a John boat, a little 14-foot Lumacraft. Um, I've been kind of looking for a boat. More or less, I'd say dreaming of getting a boat. And then this thing just fell through in the middle of winter. It's freezing cold. It was just a deal I couldn't pass up. I'll get more onto into that later. I'm planning on the YouTube channel to do some videos of. I haven't even gone through it all yet. It's just a good deal. I bought it, parked it, bought a cover, got it covered. Had to head out to Kansas for my wife's family stuff, and now we're back. So yeah, when it warms up, look for some John boat stuff, some fishing content. Definitely gonna be filming some stuff with the GoPro out of that. I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna do with the John boat yet. The guy's got it set up pretty decent. He had the setup pretty nice. I might add a little bit, take a little bit. I'm not sure yet, but I'll be recording all that, and definitely stay tuned for some John boat content and fishing off of that. And then who knows? I don't know. I may end up selling the kayak. This boat came with more electronics than I was expecting, so might have some of that. I don't know. Um, And then yeah, so like I said, we got back. The ice was good. Hit up Buckeye Lake, did some ice fishing. Decent. One day was really really good. Check out the YouTube channel, Talking Fish 101. Uh, I need to work on my editing skills, but I also need to. I get so excited. It's like so. There's an ice fishing video. Me and a buddy went out last Saturday. We did really well and caught some nice fish, nice saugeye, nice crappie, and part of it is I just get so excited. It was so fun and amazing. It was such a good time that I want to share it right away, and I don't maybe take as much time as I should on the editing. But that's out there. I'm gonna be working on getting, like I said, some fishing stuff out once a month at least, hopefully on videos. The John boat's gonna help. Ice fishing report as far as Buckeye Lake goes. Everyone I've talked to, now that Snowmageddon's come, obviously you're drilling a hole and it's getting flooded, but from what I've been hearing, it's been more of a morning, evening bite. The middle of the day's been pretty dead. Minnows seems to be the ticket. Tip downs, tip ups. Have been really good for some of the people I know. Um, I will say with Saugeye, from what I've been hearing and what I've seen, I guess firsthand, the common denominator is minnows. Either like a spoon or a jig tipped with a minnow head, or a tip down or a tip up with a live minnow. It just seems like the meat has been producing the best. From what I know and the people I've been talking to. So, if you're coming out to Buckeye Lake, there's a few things you can expect right now is pretty good trip through the snow, and dragging your stuff's going to be pretty fun. And if you're not in shape, you are going to find out how not in shape you are very fast. Anyhow, yeah, so if you drill, you come out, we got good ice still pushing around 6 inches. When you drill, it's going to flood. So you're going to have some standing water to deal with. And then I guess my only advice would be is to bring minnows. Do whatever you normally do, but it seems to be the guys that have minnows with them seem to be doing the best as far as saw guys go. So, anyhow, that's my ice fishing update for Buckeye Lake. I know everyone's got some pretty good ice, but they've been catching everywhere else, and I've just been seeing that on Facebook. I'm just talking about stuff that I'm familiar with and people I've talked to. Other than that, I got off the ice last Friday and went to the Ohio Musky Expo. That was pretty cool. That's a fish I haven't caught yet, so it's on my bucket list to catch a muskie. And like I said, I picked up that John boat, kind of out of the blue. I mean, I was looking, but wasn't expecting to find something exactly right now. And it's got a 9.9 on it. And like one of my immediate thoughts was like, wow, I can hit Piedmont. And if anybody knows Piedmont, it's a good musky lake in Ohio. It's got a 9.9 horsepower limit. So I went to the Ohio Musky Expo. It was up in Hilliard. Pretty cool time. Man, I want to catch one, and I wanted to go to see what was all involved, tackle wise, rod, reel, you name it. It's pretty foreign to me, and man, that stuff is crazy. The size of the lures, the prices. Was a good time. Very good trip. Got to talk to a lot of good people and I would say, hey, never caught one. This is what I'm looking to do. And a lot of the people were amazing as far as like, well, first things first, what lake are you targeting? Well, probably Piedmont. And a lot of the guys there has fished it, and they suggested colors, suggested bait sizes. Pretty cool time. I got a few things here. I'm gonna forget some people, but I'm gonna forget some people, but these are just some of the people I've talked to that was there, so I'm gonna give them a quick shout out. Keystone King Musky Lures, he's out of PA. Good chat with him. All these people are very knowledgeable, but all their lures are slightly different, which is pretty cool too. He might have had the best line of the expo. When I told him I've never caught one, he said, well, I'm just letting you know, musky fishing is addicting and expensive. And I just looked at him, I said, so I'm going to like it. And we got a big laugh about that, but look him up. I'm trying to see if he's got a website. He's got Facebook, Keystone King Musky Lures. He's out of Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania. Instagram, Keystone _King _Musky _Lures. You can see all that stuff there. Super nice guy, fun to chat with. Really cool about not breaking the bank, because some of these lures are, a cheap lure might be $30, and then they could go up you could get carried away very quick. But great dude to chat with. I'm just going to run down some of them. These Bosch Shad Tackle Company. This is a pretty cool booth. They did a lot of crankbaits and trolling stuff, and they were cool. They were just honestly, for a guy that's never caught one, they were kind of above obviously my skill set, but also cool with what to expect or throw for newbies. But they were mainly trolling, and pretty cool because I know some of this stuff's hard to find, and a lot of people charge you for it. But like I said, this is their business card, Bosch Shad. On the back, if you look, they have, based off 50-pound braid, depth charts of their lures, which I thought's really cool because a lot of people don't just hand that out. You got to pay for an app or this and that. So shout out to them. That's pretty slick that they're just forthcoming with it. Muskie Lodge, Cave Run Lake. This place was pretty cool down in Kentucky. If you're on Central Ohio, if you're kind of in that Columbus general area, it's about 3.5 hours. Great. They had some really good deals as far as a guided trip, but the guide was just super cool and knowledgeable when I talked to him. Explained to him I just picked up a 9.9. Would that be a problem? And they got so much water down there that you can hide out in like little coves and river systems or fish the big body of the lake, depending on what boat you have and the weather. So yeah, that was pretty neat. And they also have some really good crappie fishing down there. So who knows? Maybe we'll go down there one day, but that was cool. Those guys were awesome. Like I said, this is just a few of the people. Central Ohio Musky, or Muskies Incorporated Central Ohio Chapter 41. Um, there's their logo and card. And I don't know if it'll work if you could pause and scan that QR code, but they they did some oh shoot. They did some not classes, but they talked a little bit about beginning to musky fish and this and that. They had some seminars. That's what I'm looking for. They had some seminars throughout the weekend that were really good. And their mission is to grow the sport of musky fishing and grow just the health of the muskie population in Ohio. So they had some really good stuff to go over and talk about, and it was pretty cool, especially like I said, I've never done it before, but yeah, that was I forget the guy's name. See, this is just their chapter, but Joel maybe he did a seminar and very knowledgeable. And then Marshall Custom Tackle. He makes the Marshad. Cool dude. Talked to him for a little while. There's nothing on the back. Another Ohio guy. He's actually ice fished Buckeye Lake a little bit, so that was cool. We chatted about that some, but once again, man, all these people. Here's B&N Custom Lures. They got the talons. I mean, all these people are super nice, super knowledgeable. Talked to some pro guys from Shimano and some dealers down out of Kentucky. Just, rods, reels. It was pretty fun. Definitely something I want to look into. I'd like to I really want to feel the fight of a muskie. And then one of the last people I talked to that he's actually originally from Zanesville. So I don't know if he'll hear this or not. Hopefully it'd be cool. If you do, let me know. But now he's out of Akron. It's S2N Lures, Custom Lures, 6 till noon. Local guy to Central Ohio, like I said, from Zanesville. There's the back of the card. And he was amazing as far as what colors, lures, and if you're a beginner, you probably don't want X because there's a learning curve and blah blah blah. If you're a muskie guy, you probably know what I'm talking about. But yeah, and then the cool thing about him is you can just call him up or get on his website, and he's got certain styles of baits that he'll customize. You can order like pick the blade, skirt color, you name it, and he basically is a build to order person. The prices don't change. So that was cool. Like I said, hopefully one of these days I'll catch a muskie. The Muskie Expo was a good time. Learned a lot of stuff. Met a lot of cool people. Just amazing. Thorne Brothers was there. I know they're not Ohio or centrally located, but if anybody knows about Thorne Brothers, it's crazy that they came all the way from Minnesota, I believe. So yeah, it's a big deal. If you're into that, look it up next year. It's a good time. Like I said, a lot of knowledgeable people. And then that brings me to this weekend, which is the Ohio Fishing Expo. I will be there. Hopefully filming some stuff. I don't know. The GoPro didn't work out at the Muskie show, but part of that was because I just come from ice fishing and was running around a little bit. Just got off the airplane, went fishing, and then tried to do too much at once and didn't get the GoPro footage. But hey, went to the Fishing Expo and caught some fish on the ice, so can't complain. But the Ohio Fishing Expo is this weekend. It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I believe, at the Ohio State Fairgrounds in Columbus. Should be a good time. It's going to be just tons of fishing stuff. I'll probably spend more money than I'll let my wife know. Look me up. I'll be helping out at the Nasty Nate's booth. Some of the, in my opinion, the best crappie baits out, but Um, I'll be splitting time, helping him do his thing and sell some product there, and then just walking around and getting some content for the channel and talking to people. So if you see me, say hi. I'd be just curious of how many people actually are listening to the podcast in real life, and meet you, shake your hand, say, hey, how you doing? Talk a little fishing. That'd be cool. So yeah, if you're at the Ohio Fishing Expo, like to meet up with you, say hello, shake your hand. Thank you for listening. But yeah, so that's what we got going on. That's the last few weeks for me. Hopefully the crazy part of life, or the stuff that you just have to do as a family man, and no complaints, not complaining. Situation wasn't the greatest, but we had a good time. We made the best of it. And, at times that's what you got to do. You just got to put everything to the side and be with your family and do some stuff like that. And you're not fishing, you're not working, you're not doing, the podcast or whatever for fun. So, but hey, it's what life happens, and we made the best of it. We had a great time. I appreciate everybody that reached out to us and my wife, and her family. That meant a lot to her. And then some of the people I know on a lower scale reached out. Hey, you still doing the podcast? We missed it. Yep. Here we are. I appreciate it. And now you know why I didn't do it. And a lot of you I did tell why, but, even that, I know on the grand scope of things of life that this is just a scratch of the surface, but I did appreciate people reaching out, asking, hey, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. But, all right. Well, I'm going to keep it short and sweet this week, and see you at the Ohio Fishing Expo this weekend. If you see me, say hello. Let's see. If you're ice fishing, stay safe. The cold weather is going to be here for a while. The snow's still on top. It's going to be a little bit of a workout, but looks like we're going to have some ice for a while. And then before you know it, springtime will be here. We'll be chasing open water. We're going to have a lot of great content coming up. I'm back in the state and fishing again, and it feels good just to kind of get back on, I guess, quote unquote, the normal your normal schedule, I guess, back to working and back to all that fun stuff. So anyhow, thanks for listening. Like and subscribe. I'll catch you right here next time. Talking fish.